Welcome to another edition of Courting Cinderellas on the Field of 68 Media Network. This series is made possible by our partners at Prediction Strike, the only marketplace that allows you to buy and sell shares of your favorite athletes. Hear more at the end of this interview. All right, we now welcome in South Alabama head coach Richie Riley to give us the scoop on Appalachian State and Dustin Kearns, who are the surprise winners in the Sun Belt tournament. So first, Richie, give us your take. Why can App State win a game in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, obviously in our league, we're really familiar with each other. We played each other 4 times, which is, like a once in a lifetime thing because of the pandemic. But looking at App State, there's no question they can have a chance to win a game. Incredibly disciplined, and they're never out of games. I think that's the one thing that stuck with me throughout the season is they could dig a little bit of a hole, and they just had a fight about them where they could find their way to stay in games. And I think in March, it's incredibly important. We saw them win 4 straight here, and all of them were tight.
Yeah.
And when you get to the NCAA tournament, and they should be a 14, 15, I don't know. Like the net and all this stuff, I'm not intelligent enough to decide that, but they should be somewhere in there. And I think if it's a favorable matchup for them, they're going to be in the game. That's just their DNA as a team. They'll be in the game because they play with so much fight and discipline. And the other thing about App State, they've been battle tested. They've played. Our league was a bloodbath. I mean, they finished 4th in our side, and you see how good they are. So there's no question they'll be ready to go. They're very well coached. Dustin does an incredible job, and they got kids that just believe and want to fight.
So who are their best players? Who do we got to watch for?
It's really unique when you talk about their personnel and who's the best player. You can usually look at a team and say, this guy is their go-to guy. This guy is their most talented guy. For them, they do it by committee, and I think that's what makes them a good team, and it makes them dangerous in March is, you look at Delph, who can really, really score. He's a 3-level scorer, and he's got the capability to have a big game. Forrest is – a guy's percentage isn't great right now, but he's a guy in our league. He's been a first-team all-league guy, and he can go off for 25 or 30 at any given night. And then to me, maybe their most valuable guy is Gregory, do-it-all guy. He's their tough guy that gives them energy and a toughness about him, and his versatility allows him to score in a lot of different ways and get to the free throw line. And then the fourth prong to it is Alamansi, who had 32 last night. And they have 4 guys that are capable of scoring 20 points in any given game, and they're all 4 comfortable doing that. So I think that's an advantage they have. You have to kind of pick your poison, who you're going to try to limit, and then it could open up opportunities for those other guys.
What do you worry about them in the NCAA tournament the most? What's their weakness if they have one?
They're really solid. They don't have a ton of chinks in their armor, to be honest. Like, they are really solid. Again, very well coached. They're disciplined. They compete. The one thing that a lot of games come down to, especially in tournament play, is do you have a guy that you can put the ball in his hands late shot clock and create? And they don't have that guy necessarily. They have guys that are capable of that. Forrest can get some paint. Delph can get some paint. Alamansi can get some paint, but they don't have anybody that averages over 3 assists. And late shot clock pressure situations in an NCAA tournament setting, you need that guy that can get some paint and create for other guys. So I'm not saying that none of those guys can do that, but that's not necessarily what they do. So if I had to pick one, it would be that. They're tremendous defensively. Again, they're very disciplined offensively. Don't make a ton of mistakes. They don't beat themselves. So that would be the one thing that I would say could potentially hurt them.
Well, there you have it. The scoop on App State from none other than South Alabama head coach Richie Riley. Thanks, Richie.
No problem. Enjoyed it.
Has there ever been a rookie that you just knew was going to be a star? How many young players in the NBA and the NFL have there been that you wish you could have invested in? Well, now Prediction Strike makes that wish a reality. Prediction Strike is the only performance-based sports stock market that allows you to buy and sell shares of professional athletes as if they were stocks. Prediction Strike lets fans create portfolios of their favorite athletes so that you can get even closer to the game. Don't just draft your favorite players in fantasy, invest in them. Here's what you have to do. Visit PredictionStrike.com or download their app on the App Store to create an account. Then deposit funds to buy, sell, or hold shares of your favorite players, just like you would do with real stocks. The value of the players will change based on game performance, and you can trade your shares of players at any time as long as the player isn't currently playing in a game. Prediction Strike also just rolled out a brand new feature that allows you to join a league or add friends just to see who the sharps are buying stock in. See who is performing well, who has a better portfolio than you, and whose trades you can follow. So head to PredictionStrike.com now or download the app now. Sign up with the promo code FIELD. Again, that's FIELD, F-I-E-L-D, and you'll receive $10 free with your first deposit of $20 or more. That's the code FIELD again, F-I-E-L-D.